Okay, I feel that sometimes we should revisit roles in the game, right? Why am I doing these videos? Because I want to take these roles and I'm going to take it with a good team, right? So we're going to start a series where we look at roles because I want to help you guys out. I know a lot of people are scared of. I saw this comment on a forum thread. I'm afraid of changing the role. I'm like, why? Because I've never used the role before. I've always used this role and it works, but I don't know how to use this role. Okay. Fear of the unknown is a very common thing for you. I mean, my kids are afraid of crossing the street, right? So what are we gonna sit down there and let them never cross the street? Of course, you gotta try it out, right? You gotta teach somebody how to cross the street. Same principle in life. You got to take the leap. You gotta, bring the light into the darkness, that kind of thing. Okay, we've got to have that kind of a mindset when it comes to anything in life. So now with this, my plan is right now to do videos where we're gonna try a lot of monkey business with a lot of roles. Okay, package them, we're gonna work them, and then we're gonna see how they fit into tactical systems. And then we're going to talk about certain team instructions along the way. So today what we're going to do, I done a video on halfback. It was too short. I was like, after the video I was going, oh God, this is too short, man. What is it about the halfback? Let's make 2 halfbacks. Okay, got 2 halfbacks, right? What does a halfback do? Halfback is a defend duty, right? Dribble less, hold position. What does he do? You come in here training, switch this to halfback. Doesn't need to run. I mean, acceleration, agility. Apparently, he doesn't need to be fast, but he has got to be strong. He has to read the game. When you see all these attributes highlighted, it means he's got to be smart. Don't give this to a Mickey Mouse, right? This guy has got to be a smart cookie. Otherwise, you're in trouble. He doesn't need to get up and attack so much. This is what this tells you. Okay, off the ball just means he's not necessary. He doesn't have to be in the final third creating. He doesn't have to be a playmaker, that kind of shit. But look at his passing, work rate, decisions. If you have a player with these attributes, he can also play good passes. Now, this is what you want to bear in mind. Now, these are the basic attributes that a role needs, right? But remember, every time a player has got funky other stuff, maybe he's got very high dribbling. You put this guy as a halfback, Bernardo Silva as a halfback, he might carry the ball. Then you look at the traits, run with ball often. This is a tendency to do something more off, right? So he might dribble with the ball, even though he's a halfback on defense who's not supposed to dribble with the ball. He might try it. So this is something that you have to understand. You can play any player in any role. Okay, I've done it so many times just to illustrate to you guys that if you wanted to make Neymar a halfback, you can. Nobody's going to stop you. I mean, he might not tackle, but he's going to pass the ball like he's on steroids, because this position is great for passing the ball. Okay, you've got halfbacks. So why do you use halfbacks like this? You use halfbacks like this because you want somebody else doing all the slog work, right? So okay, let's try this. Okay, let's try this tactic. Okay, so we come in here. We're just gonna make a tactic. Attack. Hey, can you just attack? Attack. Okay, we'll turn this guy into a shadow striker. We'll turn this guy into a poacher. We'll turn this guy into an advance. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Okay. So now we got a whole bunch of attack duties. Right. Okay. Now we got a whole bunch of attack duties. Got those 2 halfbacks basically saying, hey, we're gonna hold the fort. When they are holding the fort, what do you think we need to do? Somebody else has got to run the ball through the middle, right? So we turn this guy into a wingback on attack. We turn this guy into a wingback on attack. Okay, now first rule of thumb. This is a double DM. Means there's a gap between our midfield and our center, right? So we got all these guys providing a lot of security. So, but the problem is there might be a gap here. Right, okay, so what we will tell this guy to be on support, so he drifts around. Maybe we'll tell this guy to roam. Okay, just roam. That's the best I can do, right? We're trying this tactic out. Okay, Danielle Del Piano, how are you, man? Very, very good. Thanks for popping in. So we got all these players now. That's it. That's all we do, right? So when you create a tactic, right, you just want to see, do we know if this is going to work? Of course not. I have no clue if this is going to work. We just put it in. The 2 halfbacks here. Okay, this guy's going to bomb forward. This guy's going to bomb forward, right? We know this guy is going to be on support duty, so he might drop in these positions to help us. This guy is definitely going to bomb forward. Okay, Okay, so now the challenge becomes this space here. We got a poacher that's going to stay in the box. We got a shadow striker, a wing back. Maybe we might have a problem because nobody else is going out to the flanks. Okay, so we'll tell this guy he's got to move into channel, so he might drift wide. Okay, so we leave everything alone. Just leave everything alone. Okay, maybe we won't go so deep. We'll come up higher a bit. Since we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 up front, we'll tell them to, we'll just do this. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. These 4 can just go and do this. Stop the crosses because we want as many. I mean, what stop crosses does is, what will happen is players, even on the sides here, will come in and try and tackle the players, right? So they will try and stop the crosses, but we're leaving everything else unchanged. We'll just leave mentality on balance because we don't know. Have you any clue? This is how you find out a bit more about the role, right? We watch this and now we watch this, okay? So you see what's happened here, okay? You see this is stop cross, right? See this movement that we saw here? So what happens is that they're gonna come in and work maximum press. This guy comes in. Look at Dinia, can't play the ball forward. He's come in. Okay, opposition instructions. Now I want to make this very clear, right? Opposition instructions, we have nothing set up. Yeah, but I do believe that you should play more opposition instructions. If you have a tactic, okay, I for one don't follow the train of thought where it says that an opposition instruction is you reacting to the other formation. Actually, it's not. It's you're forcing the other team to play your style of football. Because an opposition instruction is you deciding who to tackle, right? You deciding where you want to do the angles. That's opposition. You can force players inside. So what we're going to do with this opposition instructions here is we're going to force all these players into main traffic areas, right? So with Matty Cash, we will show him inside. So he's playing on the right flank, we show him inside. We show this guy inside as well. So we don't allow them to go to the flank. So they cannot feed the ball to their wingers, right? Okay, we've got very good wingers. We've got very good defenders. But these guys, if we force them inside, they're gonna cut inside and drive towards the box. So with these 2 players concerned, we just leave them on the flanks. Okay, so let them go towards the flanks. So right here for right and here for left. Now these 2 are in the center, right? So we are directing traffic towards the middle, right? So we're gonna hard tackle them. Okay. We're going to hard tackle these 2. All right, finished? No. We are also going to put pressure on the back line, right? The 2 defenders, got 2 strikers, right? So every time trigger a press on them. So every time our 2 strikers, because our 2 strikers will be on top of these 2 players. Right? Okay, so we go. Rodrigo out to Walker. Then Haaland gets a goal scoring opportunity. Now, what we want to see is you come out from this, you look at this. We are looking at our 2 halfbacks. Is here, this halfback, this the other halfback. Look at where the halfbacks are positioned. When it's a 4-4-2 DM system. Look at that. Stop cross. Okay, I'm going to remove this. Now I'm going to remove this. Okay. Yeah, remove that. Again, so this is where our Rodrigo is, right? Okay. Now, second thing we want to do, right? Okay. We've got a tactic with halfbacks. Obviously, halfbacks are not going to create most of the chances, right? Okay. These 2, these are where do you think most of our chances are going to come from? The flanks, right? We leave everything unchecked. We're not doing anything else. Keep it simple. And this tactic can get even better, all right? Yeah, it can get very, very good. But we are leaving it right now because there is another set of instructions that I want to put, right? Which is like focus play left and right. Okay. So we've got no set pieces. We have not bothered with set pieces. We can see the set piece, we just close our eyes and just pretend it never happened. Because we're not going to go in and create set pieces for every damn tactic we're going to create. That's a lot of work, man. Okay, so we just created this rudimentary tactic. Okay, Alvarez away again. Rodrigo, look at what this is again. The halfback. One more time. I say it one more time. Who played the pass? The halfback. Down the line. Okay, we are playing on balanced mentality. The guy went towards the flank, right? Look at this. See, look at this. Look at the movement here. Again, this is what you have to pay attention to. I mean, Rodrigo, remember I said earlier, right? That the changes haven't happened yet, the stop cross, right? So Alvarez goes forward, plays it out to our shadow striker. Wing back is now in this position. Where's the halfback again? We are paying attention to the halfbacks only. Yeah? We created a tactic for the halfbacks. Where's our Rodrigo? Where's my Rodrigo? There, you know. What there? Rodrigo. Swap places with Ruben. You're going to change positions after that. Very safe. It's a wing back based tactic, right? Okay, what? Okay, now we make the other changes. Focus. Okay, carrying the ball up the pitch. So you can see here, our halfbacks are doing defensively okay, but yeah, they keeping it. But this is less cross and make happy with the tactic. Okay, this double halfbacks though, so it's a bit of an overkill, don't you think? It is an overkill because the why would we want to have double halfbacks for? It's overkill. So you see what has happened is we're struggling, right? So look, double halfbacks. We don't need double halfbacks. So we got AP here, right? So let's give him a friend. Volante on attack. So Volante now goes up. AP is here. And then we got one wing back going this way. This halfback will not protect this entire area. All right. Ball in his right or left side. Yeah, our playmaker, a bit of a headache. So now we push this guy up. See, this guy has gone up slightly higher up the pitch. Now he's much higher, supporting play. Look at the difference now between the two positions. So when you use a halfback is fantastic at defending and patrolling your backline. Right, very good at patrolling your backline. Okay, so he goes up, he gives us a chance to bring an attack and we score a goal. The change is very simple, right? We make one simple change. Okay, that's it. We made one simple change. We just push one guy up because we don't need to have two halfbacks in defend duty. Okay, we'll make a halfback in a 4-4-2 system. Knowing that a halfback is going to be very aggressive defensively, we'll make a halfback in a 4-4-2 system with a 4-4-2 DM, right? Okay, so it'll have to be a 4-4-2 DM. So what we'll do is we'll do a halfback here. Now, a halfback with a segundo volante, right? We'll have a halfback here. You know this guy is going to be defensive. We need this guy to go up the pitch. We'll have a wing back on support, like this. Then on the left, we'll put two wingers here. You can actually do like a 4-4-2 like this, right? You can also do a 4-4-2 like this. This is a 4-4-2 too, right? This is also a 4-4-2, right? Both are 4-4-2s. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to use a poacher and I'm just going to use a poacher and advance forward. And then we'll play one wing back. This volante going up. We'll just play a inside forward and support in this position. And then we will play a winger on attack here. Halfback, wing back on attack. Winger. This is very, very attacking. There's nobody supporting the half. The halfback is, I mean, it will make sense if this guy was a winger on support. Again, this guy is a inside forward on attack. Okay, done. All right, so we got inside forward attack, wing back coming here, and the halfback coming here. Winger on support, wing back going this way. Poacher staying in the area. And then inside forward coming this side with a advance forward or pressing forward. Keep everything simple. We don't use any of this. Okay, I mean we can. We're this possession centric. We'll take short kicks, and then our defensive line is higher. Okay, we'll just leave it like this. We'll play on positive or balance is also fine. We'll put our players in. There are no PIs. Okay, in case you guys are wondering, we're not using any PIs, right? I mean, I normally like to have PIs like mark tight, just to make sure that they are helping us. And this is simple, right? 4-4-2. Okay. The problem with this 4-4-2 is the center, right? So you're gonna pay attention to the center. See who won the ball just now? Volante, right? The Volante released the attack straight away. Okay, again. So we got a Volante here. We got inside forward. We got advance forward. This is like a very attacking left side. Then we got halfback. In fact, here maybe what we'll do is we'll play an AP on S. First time I'm playing AP on S. So got wingback coming in here. We got this guy will tell him to sit a bit narrow, so it comes into this position. This wingback is gonna go round, right? Okay. So now we got we got a wide playmaker in a 4-2-4. Right. So if the ball gets to De Bruyne, then De Bruyne will look at creating chances for us on that side. Alternatively, we got a wingback and go down the flank and deliver crosses. I like poachers a lot in the game because they stay in the area. They're very good for flank-based attacks, especially if you got a flank-based attack and you want to see crosses. You do a lot of like driving crosses, then you have a poacher doesn't leave the area. Then they whip the ball into the area, the poacher just scores goals. I mean, I had Haaland scoring a lot of goals as a poacher in flank-based attacks. So it's simple, right? So this is like a simple 4-4-2, right? See a lot of these are going to be crossing all day long. So in this particular case, we got a halfback that is working with a volante. Right, so the halfback is very aggressive. Notice how the kind that's not a halfback, man. That's Rodri. Where's Rodri? Cancelo had to come in here. There's always a reason why that happens. If you see something strange happening, you got to become a master of doing this straight away. Okay, look. This is the only downside about using halfbacks, right? Look at the distance between the halfback and the defenders. Halfbacks tend to do this a lot. They're great defensively, but they do this. That means they leave the pocket. Now, when they leave, if you don't want a player that leaves the pocket, then you use the anchorman. But when you use anchorman, you can have a lot of long shots. So these kind of roles, right, they prevent a lot of those long shot situations. But on the other hand, you get this gap that occurs. So whenever you play a role like this, you got to ask yourself a question: do you have the right player? And the second question is, your defenders any good? So you see this Rodri is here, right? Yeah, watch this, right? He comes in, he engages with him straight away, right? That's also because of our line of engagement there. And now opens up the space for this player. So our fullback has to come in and take over. And then you see where Rodri has to chase and then be able to go that way. So you got to pay attention to all of this kind of stuff because it's going to happen. So what are the fixes that you can apply? Okay, one, you can say, okay, fine, this is too big, right? The gap is too high. The pressing instructions are too crazy. Makes sense, yeah, all of that is correct. So maybe I'll drop my defensive line to standard. This one keeps the back line in check, right? We won't be running so crazy with the back line anymore, right? But these four guys are going to be doing the funky in front, okay? So remember your opposition instructions. I keep doing this, right? There's no reasons why I always do opposition instruction. Okay. Make sure these guys at the back don't have too much time on the ball. This is universal. If you play a top-heavy systems, right, just do it. Okay, if you play bottom-heavy systems, don't bother. Okay? So I'm like, if you're playing like a 5-2-1-2, why would you want to... You can ask your two strikers to go and close down the defenders. That's a good one, but yeah, just leave it at that, man. Okay, so we got De Bruyne. He launches one over the top. A combination tries to get the ball up the pitch. But, it's simple. Simple football. 4-4-2. Flank base. Right, look at this. It's going to be 90% of these kind of balls. Go into the area, cross the ball, get into the area, try and do something with the ball. Right, so... Okay, let's try something different. Okay, seriously, this is an experimental where we show you things. I try to show you how these roles operate. Okay, let's do something different, okay? Let's play it like this now. Okay, now we have a slight problem. It's a big-ass gap between this and this, guys, right? Okay, I'm going to do this, man. Why not do this? Okay, a simple setup, right? Okay, so we got a shadow striker here. Okay, Volante now has got a friend. He brings the ball forward. What are we going to do with you? Ini, mini, mini, more. You go up here or you go this way. You coming this way, so you go this way. Volante is love wingers, no? Volante and winger is like a match made in heaven. These two, they're gonna be holding hands. They'll be working very well together. Okay, this guy will I'm gonna try poacher again. Just leave him in the area, shadow striker, and then we'll turn these two around, and then we'll go here. We'll tell this guy to be an inverted wing on attack. This is a double flank side. This is a flank side attack. You can have two attack duties. They will work. Now this is so different in Football Manager 2020. Right now, FM 23, right? It's so different. In previous editions of Football Manager, I will always tell you not to do this because they used to hold hands too much. Now I find that it can actually work. Okay, but let's make it a bit more possession centric. Okay, so we got winger going this way, Volante going this way, shadow striker going this way. This is like one heck of an attacking group, man. So this guy is gonna stay back. Okay, all right. And then we can drop the tempo. You can use the full width of the pitch because you're a good team, right? Yeah, let's go like wide a bit. Take short keys, distribute, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Standard defensive line. Backline not so... this is sad, man. Okay, let's go mid-block. Let's do a mid-block. Why am I doing this with Man City? We shouldn't be playing mid-blocks. Well, we should go and attack them all day long. But we have to do something different, right? I mean, Man City play a high press, right? We'll look like... yeah, man. Look, seriously. 100 goals with Man City. With Erling Haaland. Close eyes, you'll do it. You will do it. Okay, you haven't seen my video yet. I'm going to show it to you guys very soon. 100 over goals. It's very boring. So, but we have to see how this. Look at that, right? Look at the way they're combining. It's like nothing, no. Okay. I mean, sometimes you want to look at ball playing defenders carrying the ball, but you see the wingers moving up the pitch. Once again, set pieces are default. We haven't done anything with the set pieces. Nothing, Nothing, zero, okay? These are all default set pieces because you know what I feel. You know how I feel about set pieces. Okay. All right, so we want to pay attention to how they move the ball. That's it. You want to know how your tactic does? Oh, shish kebabs. Okay, there we go. Nice. 2. Into the area. And again, another dive. Hey, Foden is quite good at diving. That's the second time he's gone down in the box. Yeah. So it's a simple setup. Yeah. So look, something like this. Halfback, right? Volante charging, winger charging, poacher staying in the area. Why do I leave the poacher in the area? Because there's no need to get him to run left and right. Right? Give the defenders a headache. Right? You can. Poachers are fantastic. No, I mean, learn how to. I love using poachers. Right? This is becoming a show where we're supposed to focus on the halfback only. Daljit. Talk about strikers, different show. Okay. All right. We'll do another show with strikers. Okay. Okay, so total, Foden again, keeping the ball. Then we got this guy holding up the ball. Wing back, notice this. Where's the halfback? Yeah. Okay. The gap. This is what you pay attention to when you use halfback. Okay? This gap. This big ass gap. This is the reason why when you play halfback, you got 2 choices. Okay? You got the very defensive minded halfback. Cannot pass the ball. Then don't play wide. Play very narrow, play short passing. Make sure that the person he has options to pass the ball. That's what you do. Very important. But if you've got a very good team and you've got a very good player who has a halfback who can do raking passes, like those kind of long passes because his passing decisions are there, then you've got a very dangerous player in a very good role, right? So here, this role can actually launch one ball into the space, right? So here, we go to halfback here. Come in here. Notice this. He's got the ICBM passing instruction. Okay. This is the IC. This tells Rodri, whenever he gets the ball, hey, brother, take some chance, man. You give him the ball. He's telling him, this Haaland wants to break the offside trap. He'll go for it. He might play the pass out to him. Right. So you can get combinations going. So now we got a volante and a winger working very well together into the area. See? So while we have this ballistic missile from the back, then you got volante winger coming down the flank because they love holding hands. Right? These guys, perfect role combination. This is one of the best, if not the best combination in the whole game for these 2 positions. Yeah. It's been like this since since the volante was first introduced. Right. I've been saying it since the volante was first. It's so fantastic because the 2 roles work so well together to bring the ball up. But you have to match mentalities, right? So if you're playing a volante on support, then play the winger on support. If you're playing the volante on attack, winger on attack. So that's what you do. So if you wanted a volante on attack, then a very good partner for him would be a halfback. But you don't have to play the halfback all the time, right? So like sometimes here, what if you have a Mickey Mouse side? The second role is this then. DM on defense. That's it. Right? Okay, you will notice that the DM on defense isn't that different, but halfback does this. See this? See what the halfback just did? This dropping into this pocket is what the halfback does really well. So when we're building our play, when you are playing the ball out of defense, the halfback is in this pocket. Now, I've given him take more risk with the pass, right? If he's got very good passing, what does he do? One over the top for him to chase onto. So if you play halfback, you get this split. If you don't play halfback, you play a DM, then the ball is here. He's closer. So what we've done is we've basically, with the halfback, is keep the ball a bit more effectively. But more importantly, we've got a player, they have to commit, right? This player has to commit. He has to move forward. If he moves forward, we've just moved the ball and then we've got passing options again. Right? So this is the reason why I love the halfback. Now, the halfback has been one of the best roles in the game, right? For this particular reason. And if you get the right player, you can play those kind of passes. Halfback working very well. He's like, okay, together, let me go. Now, what if you have ball playing defender here? This combination. Then you get something better. Now we come to this ball playing defender telling to dribble more. Okay, we just created a different dynamic. Okay, volante halfback, ball playing defender, right? The ball playing defender is going to dribble, right? Halfback, we already know he's going to come in between the three, right? So he comes in between the three. This guy brings the ball forward. When he brings the ball forward, the whole defense panics. Just watch. I love it. This is one of the best things SI did in the game this year. Okay, there we go. Where's the wing on attack? Now, this is what the role we had. I can't remember, man. Whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. Keep him in the area. That's all I want to do. One poacher. I can't remember what the other role was. As long as I have one poacher. Oh yeah, we have one poacher, one shadow striker, right? Again, what can they do? A ball playing defender on defense. Okay, plays it out to the winger. Winger crosses the ball. Again, halfback comes in. Another raking pass. Gets it out to the... We are playing on with halfback again. Wing back. Goes down the camel's ass and then crosses the ball. OIs, PIs, whatever on it, except the simple ones. Here we got nothing here. We got one dribble more. I want sit narrow because we want this wing back. We want the inverted winger coming inside. You can actually change this role again to a wide playmaker. That right where De Bruyne is playing can turn into a wide playmaker. You get a very nice dynamic again. So see this? See how our formation has changed? 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. 3, 3, 3, 1. We are playing a 4-4-1-1. That's because of the role that we're using, right? The halfback. Halfback comes in, they work the ball. I mean, we are playing on a reasonable mentality. He doesn't do anything stupid with the ball. He goes one, there we go. That's him trying that more risky pass, right? They don't do it all the time, but it's in a perfect position. We got to score a goal. Phil Foden on the left will play Sergio Gomez there. Okay, so simply put, okay, let's go. I mean, I wanted to change something, but I think this should be enough. So you can play the halfback, right? Halfback volante is a very good combination. If you want to play double halfbacks, right, like we did in the earlier one, then launch everybody around them, right? So if you play double halfbacks, you launch as many attack duties as you can. Especially if it's a strikerless system. Boom, the whole tier. You just unlock the whole tier and just send them on attack. Do I need focus be left? Right, we'll leave the focus alone, right? Focus, what it does is the central midfielders shift to the side of the focus. No, we got a lot of tree. We don't need the focus play down the right. I'm worried about the left. The reason why I wanted to put the focus play on the left was because I was worried there might not be enough players coming to the left to build up play. So pay attention to that later. The second thing we do, okay, is we're going to play whip crosses. Okay. Delivered for players who are running in front. So the ball comes in front of them and is whipped, right? So it's low and fast. Okay. So it's good for players running into the space. Okay. So I go Ruben, Gundogan. So naturally they will have a natural focus on the right. Kyle Walker, Foden drags them, plays Cancelo in, shit. The second shot on target. So again, Walker comes in. Nice. They switch play to the other side. Yeah, Haaland. Whip cross, right? Waiting to strike. Cancelo. Cancelo can play on the right. Yeah. Okay, Cancelo go here. Okay. Right. We swap defenders. I need somebody who's not yellow card. Oh, this player is supposed to be a ball playing defender with dribble more. I need him to bring the ball forward. Right. I need him to bring the ball here. He's not doing it. He's being a bit of pansy ass. Okay, there we go. Simple, right? You switch and then we use the carrilero to give us width on one side. They drag their players over. See, this carrilero is here, right? We got enough support here. Right. So one good diagonal over to this side of the pitch, right? We stretch the play, and then once again, remember I said whip, right? So get into the area, we deliver the cross, we scored a goal. There's gonna be a lot of crosses in this tactic again. Okay, there we go. That's what I see. The halfback is a good role, right? You see that the distance isn't very far. Okay, and then where's our carrilero? Our carrilero is over here. Look at the carrilero's performances, right? He's not stupid, no. If you get the right player, okay, he got it now as the play shifts to the right. Right, Carrilero's gonna shift. So move out to the right. He comes into the half space. Now is when things get interesting. Okay, a half space here. Okay, Ruben Diaz is playing as a ball playing, which is I played a ball playing defender on the side of the carrilero because I wanted this. Right, so he will push forward. When he pushes forward, we've got line breakers here. And we got line breakers. And we broke the line and we got a goal. It's brilliant because if you get the perfect players for your system, this is what's going to happen, right? So we got this intentional ball playing defender with dribble more. He pushes forward. We got carrilero in the half space. We got line breakers here. Oh, Mitrovic is having a good game. Right? Halfback carrilero in this kind of setup. Look at the inside forward. Bang, another goal. So, if you want to use a halfback, you want to use a carrilero. There's so many ways of doing this. Look at this. This is the reason why the halfback works so well here. Halfback drops into this position. Okay, we got enough security in this area, right? Think about Football Manager is this as well. Football Manager since FM 16, I think, it abhors a vacuum. Meaning, in the old days of Football Manager, players don't go into spaces. No, they don't enter a space because it makes sense to enter a space. Now they do, which is a great, which I'm gonna say is the best thing that the Match Engine team did in the last couple of years, because it's very difficult to do, but they managed to get it done. They managed to get roles moving into spaces very nicely. You know, so I'm so impressed. Defensively, there's nothing. I mean, people might say there's a lot of things wrong with the Match Engine, but come on, man. A lot of it's got to do with the way we interpret things in the game, right? So a lot of the assumptions that we're making may come from flawed premises, right? So okay, so now we got this, right? So we're playing prevention of this is very aggressive. Stop cross. Okay, so what do we want to do? I mean, this is simple, right? In Football Manager, look at what. Did we use counter press or counter? No. If I use counter press, I guarantee you I'd have considered a goal by now. Okay, so next week what we'll do is, next week's stream, we will look at the AM slot, right? So 4-2-3-1, we'll focus on the AM slot. Yeah, what we'll do is next week, the AM slot, we'll go to the AM slot, we'll try a lot of roles inside there, try to see whether there's a playmaker, when does a playmaker work in that position, when there's a So I want to thank everybody for popping into today's stream. I really have to go. Kids are something I've got to go and deal with. You guys, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you tomorrow for Birmingham's Nittel. Oh yeah, we're supposed to take a look at the players that we're going to be signing right next season. So you guys, be good. See you again soon. Bye-bye.